delicious. So that's going to set. That's going to set in the fridge quite nicely. Let's move these over a little bit. So let's move that around. We can turn that off now. I'm going to get the whisk that up. Mr. Shelf, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. How is your day going? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it so much. At what point did you see yourself being stable just from your online presence? If you don't mind me asking, I assume moving to the US will help with that. No? At what point will you see yourself being stable? I think once I see myself stable, I have enough money to, just a little bit more money, I guess. At the moment, I'm kind of using my savings to pay off bills and things, but I haven't really got huge amounts of bills, so it's not too bad. It's just to pay for like my phone and obviously pay off, like I've got one credit card, which I pay off monthly. What else bills do I pay? Obviously, if I had a little bit more money, I can give my mum some money as well. Do you know what I mean? She's been really, really good to me and really supportive of me. So at the moment, I've got enough money from you guys to pay for the food costs, and obviously pay for some of the electric and stuff. But you know, it is hard. It's not hard. It is difficult. But I think once I got a little bit more, and once I start getting the partner funds coming in, I should be a bit more stable and a bit more be able to not worry too much about it and stuff. I'm not too worried about it. Do you know what I mean? Either way about it, I'm not going to stop the streaming because I love the streaming so much. But yeah, I don't need a lot of money, and once I'm doing that, then I'll be very happy, and you know, it'll be really good. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, break the chef. When did I fool you twice? Age-wise, that is. Now, I still want to conquer the Finnish culinary scene a little bit more before retirement. That's fair enough, my friends. And you know, it all depends on your situation and your lifestyle. And do you know what I mean? I think what hit me the most in my lifestyle when I had a bit of a scare a year and a half ago. This is why I'm doing the healthier eating, so to speak. Right, basically I'm going to add the egg. Hang on a sec. I'm going to add the egg to the melted butter and the lemon juice and the sugar. That's been dissolved now, so I'm going to add this to there, and we're going to give this a mix around. I'm going to cook out the egg, and it'll turn into a lovely, lovely curd. So there we go. We've mixed that in. Yeah, sorry, about a year and a half ago, I had a bit of a scare with my health. I had to go have an operation, and this is before I started doing the healthier eating and the lower sugars and whatnot. And I was okay. I had the operation. I came out, and I had to go back to the what do you call it? Go see a specialist or something to give me some news. They needed to speak to me. So they spoke to me and that, and they said you were lucky. You kind of got the all clear and stuff. And I was like, thank God for that. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of was a bit of a shock to the system as such. Sorry, guys. And it was a little bit scary. And I was thinking, God, it's a bit of a wake-up call to kind of look after myself a little bit better. I mean, I wasn't eating horrendously bad or anything. But, you know, I was thinking, well, what am I doing wrong? I mean, I'm doing plenty of exercise. I looked at that, and I was running about every other day, going for walks and things. So, you know, I was doing plenty of exercise. That wasn't the issue. So I looked at the food, and I was just like, well, what am I eating wrong to, you know, sometimes it just happens. But I did kind of, I'm a bit of an analyst, as so to speak, and I do look at things very, very in fine detail. So I was kind of like trying to find an answer, or trying to find like, why did I have this scare? So I looked through all my foods, and I started looking on the back of the packets, and then I was looking at like the amounts of sugars and stuff, and funnily enough, I was exceeding vast amounts of sugar and fat in my diet, and it really wasn't really good for me, regardless if I was overweight or whatever. I wasn't overweight, but it made me realize, I was like, wow, I really should need to look into my diet a little bit more, and you know, kind of see what's going wrong. So I started thinking of ideas of reducing sugars and fats and things, and looking for alternatives. and I did a lot of research into it, and I started doing dishes up very slowly, and you know, I was like, actually this works, and you know, reducing the sugar and the fat, and it still was pretty tasty and it's still good. So I was like, maybe I can do something about this. So that's why I got the idea of the alternative healthy eating, because I had that kind of scare, and if I didn't have that scare, I probably wouldn't be here streaming right now with you guys. So you know, it's funny how something bad gets something good out of it. Does that make sense to you guys?
Grats again on the 100 subs. Hashtag break Thatcher.
Kikastina, thank you so much for the £5 tip. Grats on again on the 100 subs, and hashtag break the chef. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for the continuation and support that you give me, and all of you guys that give me. It's fantastic, it really is, and I appreciate it ever so much. You guys are absolutely awesome, seriously. It's phenomenal the amount of support I get from it. Thank you so much, Kikastina. You're awesome, you really are. You ruined the cup. 12-hour stream, that's long time standing up. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a long time, but when I was working before and doing hours in chefing, and I'm pretty sure Ice Matt knows what I'm on about when I say that. It's basically, I've done long hours before. I think the longest I've done in working in the kitchen is like 18 hours. And I used to do some really long hours before, and you know, I was like worked 7 days in a trot, and I think I had 3 hours sleep every night. It was literally, I worked myself to like, I think by the end of the week I literally was seeing stars, because I was so tired, I was so exhausted. I kind of overworked myself way too hard. But yeah, you don't really want to. 12 hours, yeah, it's a long time, but to be honest with you, I'm not too bad with it, to be honest with you. 12 hours is like a normal shift in the kitchen for me. It's not that bad. 49 pennies, how's it going, my friend? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Ruin the cup, love it. Thank you so much for that tip, Kikastina. It's really lovely of you, my friend, and thank you again for that support. It just means a lot to me. Go towards my America fund, so appreciate it ever so much. So what we're doing, yeah, I walked 8 hours a day at work. 12 hours isn't really that insane, especially in a low intensity environment like your own personal kitchen with a virtual room of 100 friends. Yeah, certainly. You know, I really don't see it too bad. It does get tiring, I think, because I'm talking all the time. I think that wears me out more than anything, is the talking rather than the cooking or anything else. It's the constant talking all the time, which, you know.
Today is International Break the Chef Day. Happy 100 subs. Here's to another 100.
Star Spirit, thank you so much for that tip, my friend. Oh my god. We need to get this in the fridge very soon, otherwise it's not going to set. So this is kind of warm now, it's cooled down a little bit, so as you can see it's starting to set now. Star Spirit, thank you so much for that £5 tip, my friend. Really appreciate it ever so much. Oh, lots of love. Can we get some hype in for Kikastina and Star Spirit, please, guys? Can we get loads of hype in chat? I want some hype. It means a lot to me, you guys supporting me like this, and thank you so much. Lots of hype in chat, if that's okay, guys. S'il vous plaît, if you don't mind. Oh, right, so I'm going to give this a good cook out. So I'm going to wait for this to cook. It should start thickening. I love the word should. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it should start thickening. Lots of hype. Love it. That is an awesome sound. What, the cash register? Ching! Do you really get... just get rid of my 2 Bitcoins in the cup? Oh, dear me. So, I'm going to give this a good whisk up. Welcome back as well, Bates. I know you said you were going to sleep, but I think you've just given up going to sleep. You're like, screw it. I want to go see Chef. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you. I did notice. I didn't not notice, let's put it that way. So, the lemon curd is on the go. We're going to make the macarons next. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to start getting that together now. So, we need to get 200 grams of icing sugar. Where is it? Here. 200 grams of icing sugar, 200 grams of ground almonds, and we're going to need to blend it together. So I need to dry out the blender. The blender blends well because I'm going to need to blend the living daylights out of the icing sugar and the ground almonds. Now, there's some big factors with doing the macarons, and it can be easily messed up very, very easily and very quickly. So, you know, the meringues that are in the oven, they shouldn't take too much longer, so they shouldn't be far off from cooking. But you do have to bear in mind when you're doing this for the macarons, they can get very, very difficult to actually make. But as long as you keep to the factors, they can actually be very simple.